Hey everyone, and welcome back to another lore video. Today, we're going to be discussing Wesen. Now admittedly, this is a topic that I have been so very excited about, but also absolutely dreading. I'll explain as the video progresses. What is a Wesen? Simply put, Wesen are people who are able to transform into animal-like hybrids. They're where folklore comes from in the Grimm universe. All the stories about beasts and creatures terrorizing and killing, this is their origins. Now, not all Wesen are predatory by nature. Some are even much more against the idea of murder. But if we're going off the majority, then it's easy to see why they've done their best to hide themselves from the normal folk. The pure amount of known Wesen is astonishing, let alone the amount that are currently unknown. This is due to species of Wesen either being solitary by nature, remaining as far away from being as noticed as they possibly can, as well as potentially being nearly hunted to extinction, either by Grimms or even other Wesen of personal gain. How have they remained hidden? The Wesen community has managed to remain hidden from the world for so long, mainly due to a governing force known as the Wesen Council. This faction's power and influence is estimated to be on par with even that of the 7 royal families. They are the ones who make and enforce laws to their community, some which may seem unfair and brutal at times, but very much needed. When Wesen choose to ignore the laws and rules set in place, they're issued a warning to cease the activities. But when they even choose to ignore even the warnings, a marechaussee is then sent. A marechaussee is basically a Wesen bounty hunter. They're usually very tough and powerful Wesen, such as like the Manticore, as seen in Season 4, Episode 12, rightly titled Marechaussee. The other reason the Wesen community has managed to remain hidden from the mundane world for so long is because the majority of their community actually live by the laws set for them, as they know it is for their own well-being. Many times in the past, it can be assumed that horrible events took place, due to Wesen wanting to reveal themselves. It was said that even Adolf Hitler himself in Grimm universe was indeed a Blutbad. It is easily assumed that World War II may have in fact been started purely out of ambition to bring Wesen out into the open. And although it is not confirmed, I have no problem accepting that the Salem witch trials were probably also another event started possibly by Hexen beasts and Zauber beasts, trying to reveal themselves into a world that was not ready for them yet. Was there ever a time when they were known? It has been confirmed that thousands of years ago, they were very much known, and actually praised as gods. In the episode Once We Were Gods, it explains that in ancient Egypt, Wesen were known and even seen as gods. This is why all the godlike beings back then were of animal liking. This was confirmed when a sarcophagus and a mummified Anubis Wesen was found. Of course though, for such a secretive community like the modern day Wesen, cannot actually allow the mundane world to know too much about them or risk exposure for their community. This is why a group called the Beati Pauli was formed long ago. The Beati Pauli were Wesen who stopped the mundane people from learning about them. In this instance, 2 Anubis Wesen from the group aim to steal the sarcophagus and the Anubis mummy before it can be shown to the world. By the end of the episode, this does happen, but not in the way it was meant to. Instead, a member of the Wesen Council named Alexander, with the help of Nick Burkhardt, was able to hijack and burn the mummy so not to reveal the truth to the world. Some notable mentions. Although the Wesen community is expansive, some creatures and beasts throughout the show do not actually fall into this category. Videos of those beings will be covered in a separate video. The biggest threats to the Wesen community are exposure, whether it be accidental or on purpose. Grimms, being the only people who can see Wesen more commonly than they would like, and also themselves, as infighting and species wars are common in their community. This is where I will end the video and say I truly hope you enjoyed it. Eventually I would like to come back to this video and redo it with more in-depth details in history. Please feel free to like, subscribe and share. Have a good day. See ya.